this up, man. Go ahead and start the recording, right? Because the future will be televised, right? The future will be televised. I gotta let y'all know right now that this is bigger than me. This is bigger than you. This is bigger than us, right? We have to set an example. Okay. I remember I was at Lifestyle Leap, and Tez, he was speaking, man. Chairman Tez, he was speaking, and he was talking about how, he dresses up in a suit, not for himself, but to show his family that this takes a level of professionalism, right? This takes a level of professionalism. We are all professionals, right? No matter what. And even though society tells us that we have to look a certain way or be a certain way to be professionals, I'm here to tell you today that we're going to change all of that. We're going to set a new example. We're going to set a new standard. That's why we're calling this crypto millennials, right? That's why we're going to be meeting up here and speaking about this every single Friday at 9 p.m., right? Because we could be at the club right now, right? Shout out to everybody on this call. We could be out smoking. We could be out drinking, right? We could be out doing a bunch of other things besides talking about financial freedom, right? Hold on one second. Hey, mentor, I'm doing my call. Is it urgent? Can I help you, family?
No, sir. No, sir. I see you doing your thing. If you see something, you mind taking a trade or something?
Sure, for sure.
If you see something.
Of course, family. I got you.
Okay. All right, bet. Go rock it out, bro.
All right, thank you, family. Bye. All right, y'all. All right, family, that was my mentor, C-John. He asking me to call out a trade tonight. Oh, my God. Look, I'll give y'all a little tip. I do believe that Ethereum will hit 2,600 in the near future, right? I do believe that Ethereum will hit 2,600 in the future, right? Based on what I'm seeing on the charts and how it's breaking out right now, I do believe that Ethereum will hit 2,600 in the near future. So if you guys are going to place a position, I would place a very small position on Ethereum right now if I was you, and set your TP to 2,600 on that guy, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and let y'all in on that, okay? Now, like I was saying before, family, this is your way, right, to become a billionaire. For too long, the power of money has been in the wrong hands, right? It's been in the hands of rich white people, right? People who started off in this country with land, right? People who already had a silver spoon stuck in their mouth since they came out. And I'm here to tell you now, it's the people's turn, right? It is the regular average Joe's time to shine. I have been saying I'm an average man with above average dreams for too long. It's time to switch the narrative. We are above average. We are above average. And it's time to claim that. And it's time to prove that. So with these crypto portfolios, with this new advancement in technology, it is time for a revolution. And we're all a part of it. We're all a part of it. That's the wonderful thing about the crypto space, is that we can all become a part of it. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and share some knowledge with you guys. I'm going to go ahead and share some information with you guys. And the first thing that I want to share is about blockchain, right? Blockchain. I want to tell you guys right now that Bitcoin is super awesome, right? It's thousands of these different coins, right? But we're going to talk a little bit about Bitcoin and blockchain to start us off, right? If you've ever heard of Bitcoin, go ahead and drop a 5 in the chat. I'm pretty sure that's going to be every single person on this call, right? I'm pretty sure it's going to be every single person on this call. All 40 people that's on this call right now should have definitely heard about Bitcoin, right? Right? Bitcoin started in 2009, right? Bitcoin started in 2009. A lot of times when we talk about Bitcoin, we give an example of where it was at last year around this time, which is about $3,000, right? But Bitcoin started in 2009 and it was fairly cheap. You could have got a ton of Bitcoin for as much as a pizza, man. You could have got a whole bunch of Bitcoin for as much as a small pizza, right? But you want to know the reason why you did not purchase Bitcoin? The reason why you didn't purchase Bitcoin is because you weren't surrounded with a community of people who were actively talking about Bitcoin. This changes today. That problem is solved. Bitcoin is valuable because it's decentralized. Cryptocurrencies are decentralized currencies, and they come from an example set by somebody named Satoshi, right? He's an anonymous person who started Bitcoin. Nobody knows who he is or what he looks like, if he's a group of people or if he's one person, but he's the person who created Bitcoin, right? He created Bitcoin in 2009. He left the protocol. And ever since he left that protocol, thousands of people have tried to mimic it and make other coins, alternate versions of Bitcoin, which is why they're called altcoins. We're going to get into all that in just a second, but I want you guys to understand exactly what cryptocurrency is. It's a decentralized currency. So that means no government controls it. That means that there is no country that you can go bomb and then the value of Bitcoin goes down. That's good for several reasons, right? Because you can trust, as long as everybody, trust Bitcoin, it's going to keep going on, right? It's a peer-to-peer currency. It operates and it thrives off of the people supporting it. If we stop supporting Bitcoin, that is the only way that it dies. If we stop supporting cryptocurrencies, that is the only way that they diminish in value. And that sounds pretty awesome to me. That sounds like we are in control, right? So check this out. The real gift in the fact that we have Bitcoin is the ecosystem in which it's built on top of. And now I know this is going to be a lot of information, but this is not for any babies. This is not for any brand new brains, right? I'm going to give you guys some basic information, but I'm going to talk to the people who really understand cryptos here, right? I want to make sure that we're in a progressive space. So if I say anything that you don't understand, it's time to pull out Go Live. It's time to pull out Google, right? But I'm going to give you guys some information that really made it make sense for me, right? Bitcoin is built on a system called blockchain. It's built on a technology called blockchain, okay? Blockchain is basically something that records information every 10 minutes, right? If you're thinking about this in your brain, basically every single 10 minutes, a block is created. And that block serves as a ledger, okay? This documents information every 10 minutes so that we don't double spend money. Stay with me, guys. I know it's a lot. Stay with me. If I send, let's say I send my grandmother $100, it's very important that I don't have the $100 when I send it to her. It's very important that I don't have that $100 when I send it to my grandmother. Blockchain is the way that we keep record on how much Bitcoin each individual has. Does that make sense, guys? Drop a 2 in the chat if that makes sense. Because if you have a digital amount of money, how does anybody know that you really have that money? Blockchain is a way to store that information, and it's very difficult to hack or to change that information because, like I said, every 10 minutes, one of these blocks is created. So that means if you hack one of the blocks, you will have to hack every single one of the blocks from the past in order to make it make sense. Does that make sense? Drop a 2 in the chat if that makes sense. Okay. Now, once you understand what blockchain is and you understand that it's basically keeping record, it's a technology that keeps records, then you understand why our government has so many issues with cryptocurrencies. Why does everybody want to regulate cryptocurrencies? Why does the government feel like they have to take control right now? And I'm going to tell you guys, the reason why they feel like they have to take control right now is because this is basically defeating the purpose of a middleman. Think about it. Think about the banks, the DMV, right? Think about Western Union. Think about how much power Western Union has had in you guys' lives this far. I remember when I was a kid and my grandma wanted to send me some money for my birthday, she had to send it Western Union. Now think about the hassle that you have to go through to pick up money from Western Union. You got to get the number from the receipt. You got to pull up somewhere. You got to wait for somebody to verify that number, right? And then they give you the money. But see, with Bitcoin, with cryptocurrencies, we're eliminating the middleman. I could literally send $300 worth of Bitcoin to somebody anywhere on the planet, and they're going to get that money within minutes. It's really a phenomenal technology for the people. So don't be fooled, guys. We are definitely a part of the 1% here. We're definitely a part of the 1%. So a lot of people are not going to understand. That's why it's our job as young people, as the new millennials, to understand this technology. Whatever you got to do to get this information in your head, you want to do that fast, because this is almost as important as the start of the internet. And as you guys can imagine, if a country were to ignore the internet when it came out, if a country was to ignore the internet when it came out and they said, you know what, we don't need that, that's too complicated. Guess what? Those countries will be in a stone age right now. Cryptocurrency is the start of a new age. Okay? When the engine was invented, it solved a power gap. It eliminated slavery. Y'all gotta really listen to me right now. When the engine was created, it eliminated slavery. It eliminated a lot of problems in the world. Because now instead of depending on people, instead of depending on cattle, instead of depending on all these different forces, we now have the engine. It made things a lot more simple. Okay. Then we had the internet. The internet came in and it filled a very powerful gap as well. It filled the information gap. You can now learn about anything you want at any time. Don't sleep on it. Okay. But see, now we have another problem at hand. And I'm going to tell you guys what that problem is. Okay. And let me get some more cameras on, please, family. Please show some respect, family. This is massive free value. I need cameras on, please. Show me that you're in a position to understand this information, because I'm going to be real with you. I want to impact 1 million black and brown people. I want to show 1 million black and brown people that there's a better way for us. Okay? And if you're not black and brown, I still want to educate you too. It's just not my main mission. Please respect that. Okay? Love and peace to everybody. Okay? But let me tell you about this final gap that we're looking at right now. We're looking at a gap of trust, because we don't trust our government. We don't trust the banks. We don't trust the system that we're in, because the system that we're in has constantly betrayed us. The system that we're in has put us in school for damn near 12 years to not even be able to afford our bills, to not even be able to afford to follow the dreams that we have, to go after the passions that we have, to go places in the world that we want to see. There's a strong gap of trust. Blockchain technology solves this problem, because we don't have to depend on a person. We have information being locked away, stored away, and recorded every 10 minutes on this ecosystem. Okay? And I see you, billions. Yes, we are speaking like a revolutionary, because we're not happy. We're not satisfied. We're on a Zoom call at 9 p.m. trying to figure out how to get it on a Friday. This is unsatisfactory conditions that we're living in. And as blessed as we are, God intended for more. We got to think much bigger, much sooner. Straight up. We have to think much bigger, much sooner. So for everybody out there who thinks that this information is too much, who thinks that these calls are too strenuous, understand the reason why we do this. Understand the reason why we gather. It's because we're abundant and we deserve it. I'm worried about the 15 generations after me. I'm worried about my last name. Now, let me tell you about blockchain so that we can get there. Blockchain is going to establish trust everywhere. Because let me just make this clear to you guys. Blockchain is just an ecosystem, man. Bitcoin and all these different altcoins, they're surviving on this ecosystem because it's easy to record the information. It's fairly simple, and it's really impressive how easy it is to make. You can make your own altcoin on this call. If anybody wants to make their own coin, you definitely can do it. It's super easy. It's super simple, right? But let me just tell you guys right now. Let me just tell you guys right now that the technology that's driving these altcoins, the technology that's driving Bitcoin, that's the real sauce. That's the real sauce. Because not only can you put a coin on there, right? Drop a 3 in the chat if you ever heard of NFT. It's become kind of trendy recently. Drop a 3 in the chat if you ever heard of an NFT. Right? That's called a non-fundable token. Okay? And they're using these They're using these to sell more than just coins, man. They're using this to collect information on more than just coins. You're starting to be able to actually get paid for the art that you produce, right? Like music, paintings, memes, tweets. You can start to monetize anything on this network because once you sell it on a blockchain, it's going to record it. You can't steal it. It's there forever being recorded. Now that's pretty complicated. We're not going to go all into NFTs on this call. Y'all come back to the next call for that. And I'm not going to be, I don't want to say I'm not going to be preaching on every call, but I just really wanted to make y'all understand why these kinds of conversations are important and why I named this call Crypto Millennial, right? We have a responsibility, man. My mother did not have the opportunity to do this when she was growing up. My grandmother did not have the opportunity to do this when she was growing up. So guess what? I'm going to provide the opportunity. I'm going to provide the information for my peers, right? For my peers and the people coming up. If they 17, get them on the call. They 16, get them on the call. They 15, get them on the call. If they can understand how to purchase an alternate jersey on 2K, then they can understand altcoins. They can understand NFTs. Believe me. It's the same. If you guys have bought anything online, right? I'll use 2K for an example because I see a lot of fellas on the call. You feel me? I'll use 2K for example. If you guys ever bought anything inside of a game where you needed the specific game token to purchase something, you guys have already participated in an NFT. You've already participated. It's fairly simple. You just got to have somebody like you tell you. Okay? So with blockchain, it establishes trust, right? And it fills that gap. So it's very important. But guess what? You guys are brand spanking new. I'm brand spanking new. The whole world is brand spanking new. So let's take advantage of this system. Let's take advantage of this technology, right? I'm going to be showing you guys over the next couple of weeks how to actually invest in crypto portfolios, how to start using financial technology to make money, right? If you guys need more information on that, if you guys are not already a part of the I Am community, please hit me up after this call. Whether you got to shoot me a DM or you got to shoot me a text, which you can get my number from the flyer, scan the QR code, and my entire contact info will pop up, right? Ask me about it. Ask the person who invited you to the call about the community that you can join to learn more, right? But what I want to share with you guys is that we've been being robbed, man. Our privacy is at stake all the time. Anytime you go to fill out credit card information and you're putting your name and you're putting your address, that's a problem. But guess what? With blockchain, that's going to be a thing of the past. Okay? My Instagram is _wealthytrade. I see you, Joseph. Yo, this is an open community, man. Y'all can't unmute yourselves, but this is an open community, straight up, right? This is an open community. We're gonna chat. Okay. So I want to talk about Bitcoin, right? And I want to just show you guys some examples of some charts of these cryptos, man. Let me go ahead and pull this up real quick. Give me 1 second. Go ahead and share my screen, man. All right. Okay. So right now we're looking at Ethereum, right? I'm gonna just back out of here real quick. Let me just delete my markups. Boom, boom. All right. Can everybody agree that this is going to the moon? Y'all understand what I'm saying? Can everybody agree that this is just going up? It's skyrocketing, right? I'm gonna show y'all a few of these, right? This is Ethereum, and we don't even got to get super heavy into the technicals because I know it's some people on the call that's not part of the community, that's not trading, and I opened this up for prospects 100,000% because I understand that this information is important, man. It's important to get this information for free sometimes, man. Okay, I'm gonna give y'all another example. Okay. Okay, this is Dogecoin. Okay, another example of something moving up, right? So we got Dogecoin, we got Ethereum, and last but not least, of course, we got Bitcoin. And I'm going to back out on the weekly for this one. Okay. So y'all already know that Bitcoin has been moving up for the longest. Okay. It's been moving up for the longest. Last year in March, it was $3,000. And now we're at about $60,000. That's more than 10x. That is more than 10x. Actually, that's about 20x. If you guys would have put $1,000 into Bitcoin last year in March, you would have been up over $10,000 right now. That's a pretty hefty return. That's a bigger return than had you invested money in real estate. Think about it. The money is starting to become easy to get, right? The money is becoming easier to get, but we just got to know where to look. We just got to know where it's at, okay? Now I'm going to show you guys the US dollar. Okay. And I'm going to just back out real quick. Let's go to the monthly. Let's squeeze time real quick. If you understand that the US dollar is going down, go ahead and drop a 1 in the chat for me. Go ahead and drop a 1 in the chat for me if you see that the US dollar is on its way down. Okay. Now I'm going to stress to you guys another reason why this is important, right? I'm going to stress to you guys another reason why this is important. This is important because inflation is going to affect the next generation just like it affected us. You see, when my great grandmother went into the grocery store, a bag of chips was about 5 cents. I can't get a bag of chips for less than $1.50 right now for $2. That's a problem. And if this continues the way that it's going, I don't want you to think about a bag of chips. I want you guys to think about an oil change. I want you guys to think about the housing markets. We got to be careful what we're speaking every day. And I got a lot of people on here that want to be millionaires, want to be billionaires. Millionaires and billionaires in what? Careful what you're speaking, family. Be careful what you're speaking, family. Because if you got $3 million, that ain't worth jack. What you got? You got a bunch of nothing, right? So to begin this call, man, to kind of get you guys on the same page that I'm on, man, I'm gonna go ahead and pull up something called. Let me see, 1 second. CoinDesk, real quick. I'm about to show you guys where you can find more information on cryptos. I'm not gonna hide it from you, right? I'm not gonna hide it from you. You guys need to be watching this information all the time, right? Because this is really the next wave, right? We don't gotta wait for reparations. We can get them ourselves, right? I want you guys to be looking at this information because this is the news that we need to be paying attention to, right? Not the one on the television, not the one that's telling us a vision that is not where we're going, right? We need to be watching the news on where we're headed to, right? We need to be understanding that Ether just jumped to a new high, but we need to know why. All of my people who are doing leverage trading, if you're trading on MT4 and you're taking these trades from Picasso and you're taking these trades from the Swipe Coin Scalper, you need to be educating yourself, brother, sister, king, queen. You need to be educating yourself on why these prices are jumping so that you can understand where we're headed in the future. Ether is jumping up because Visa is now allowing payments to be settled on the Ethereum network, right? Now, we all know we can make massive amounts of money investing in these altcoins, right? We all know that we can make a lot of money, putting some money on them, but we got to know why, man. When we got billionaires like Mark Cuban talking about them, right? We got billionaires like Elon Musk speaking on them. We need to be able to read the same charts. We need to really understand what's going on here, right? If you guys are new to this community and you're new to the charts, all you got to understand is that each one of these candles represents price action, okay? They form these little patterns in the market, and we have strategies that help you understand what's going on. They make it very easy to understand right here. Boom, Ethereum is sitting here at about 1,700, and then Visa announces the crypto settlement, and then look, we have a breakout. outside of this flag pattern, which you'll learn about on Go Live or in the community, right? And then we have a breakout of the flag pattern. Super easy to understand. Why are we making it so complicated? We can read these just like the people who are calling the trades. Don't sleep on yourself, please. Okay? Now, I'm going to put you guys onto a couple different websites, and I need you guys to make some accounts, right, tonight. Because in the next few calls that I'm going to be doing over the next, few weeks, I'm going to be giving you guys investment tips on your portfolios. Okay? Now, I do have to give you a disclaimer that I'm not an expert, right? I do have to tell you guys that I'm not an expert, right? Whatever you risk is on you. Whatever you put into your account, that's on you. This is not, investment advice, right? This is not official investment advice, and I'm not an expert. So I gotta let y'all know that. But what I will tell you guys is exactly what I've been learning throughout the weeks, right? From my credited sources, right? From sources like CoinDesk, from sources like Decrypt. Let me give you guys that too. Decrypt.co, right? This is where you can really read up on these cryptos and start to learn, man. And start to learn, because a lot of these coins are not at that big, 60K mark. I mean, we got Bitcoin sitting over here dominating the market at almost $60,000. At almost $60,000, right? But then you got other coins like Polkadot who are just hitting 43. Oh my God. Hold on, y'all. Wait. Jeez. And we got other coins like Polkadot. I'm sorry, I have some Polkadot, so I'm looking at this like, Jesus. You feel me? That just cranked over $43. These are coins that are for the people. These are coins that we need to be talking about and investing in because we can afford them. Yes, I 100% agree that we need to put money into Bitcoin and Ethereum, coins of that nature. Of course, 100,000%. But don't sleep on coins like XRP. That are only 63 cents, right? So some key words that you need to be looking for when you're on these crypto websites. You want to be listening for market caps, right? You want to be looking for things that will negatively impact certain coins. So for example, high profile crypto execs dodge Bitcoin cash hijack lawsuit. I'm going to be real with you when it comes to Bitcoin. I don't care what nobody say about it. That's the only one that I'm going to be bullish on no matter what. Because when people denounce Bitcoin, it's been a long history of people going back and eating their words. Bitcoin already has $1 trillion market cap. It's definitely going up, man. I believe that Bitcoin is going to go up to about $387,000. Okay, I'm expecting it to hit about $120,000 by the end of the year. 100%. Okay. So for all my short-term traders, please don't have any FOMO, because we're going to be riding this wave for a long time. We're going to be riding this wave for a little minute. You see what's going on over here on IG Live, man. Cool. So check this out, man. Some of these coins are really for the people, man. I'm about to go ahead and show you guys a website that you need to be making an account on. I want everybody on here right now to go ahead and make a Kraken account. Go ahead to kraken.com and make an account if you can, right? If you can't, just keep note of it and go and make an account, right? Go ahead and create an account, because you're going to need this to start investing in cryptocurrency. I know a lot of us, we feel like we got a little heads up because we got apps like Robinhood. You feel me? And I want to speak on that too. You guys want to make sure that you're using actual crypto wallets. You want to make sure that when you're investing in different coins, when you're investing in different stock portfolios, when you're investing in all these different things, you want to be able to do it in a reputable place. And I can't hold you, man. After that whole scandal with GameStop, I'm not trusting Robinhood with nothing, right? So if you're aware of Dogecoin, right, and you know that you can buy it on Robinhood, I heavily advise you to go buy it somewhere else. And Kraken.com, that's definitely somewhere you can go. to go ahead and get your money in the right hands, right? Go put your money in the right hands. I'm not making no money from Kraken.com. You feel me? This is just where I hold my cryptos, right? This is just where I prefer to hold my cryptos. Okay. So a couple cryptos on my list, right, for the next upcoming year, which I got this information by somebody very knowledgeable, somebody who makes millions of dollars off of cryptocurrency on the platform named Curtis Cobain, right? And here's just a list of altcoins that you can go ahead and start investing in once you get on Kraken. If you can't figure it out on your own and you can't figure it out from YouTube, no worries. Next Friday, I'm going to go over a very in-depth tutorial on how to purchase altcoins and how to exchange Bitcoin for other altcoins, right? But just so that you have a little list, I want you guys to go ahead and start writing down Cardano as one of them, right? Cardano. The abbreviation for it, if you're looking for it on Kraken, is going to be ADA. Okay, ADA. I like Cardano. I really do. Cardano's been moving sideways for a little minute, but guess what? Now we're starting to see a breakout right now, and I'm really loving it. I'm really loving it. This whole little wave right here, I was in all of this, and now I'm waiting for a little breakout here, so we could see a little breakout by about April 8th. So if you're able to invest in Cardano before April 8th, we're gonna either see some huge upside potential, a nice upside explosion, or we're going to see a nice little downside potential. But of course, I'm bullish on all the cryptos right now, especially because Ethereum is flying. I don't know if you guys saw Ethereum today, but it's acting up. Okay, it is acting up. Let me show you guys what Ethereum is on. Show you guys why we looking at this. Okay, and we on. Let's go to the 1 hour chart. Just take a look at it, man. All right, you guys can see that in the past few, hours, in the last day or so, Ethereum just been wilding out. It's just been on a continual up. And I'm gonna be real with you guys. A lot of us can afford to buy an entire Ethereum coin. It's only $2,000, right? This is kind of like how Bitcoin started. I'm gonna be real with you guys. Remember, we tell this story all the time. How last year in March, Bitcoin was $3,000, and by January it was at $30,000. Okay, y'all want to hear another story like that, or do y'all want to be part of another story like that? Ethereum is the network that all of these alternate coins are building off of. It's very necessary. It's highly necessary. A lot of them are all connected. Okay, they're all connected. Just like how Dogecoin is doing fairly well, right? And Dogecoin is built on the Litecoin network, which pretty much is a man. What's a good way to explain this? Litecoin is basically the network that they test Bitcoin on. Okay, and Dogecoin works off of that. Be real with you guys. Do anybody know about Dogecoin on here? If you know a little something about Dogecoin, go ahead and drop a 4 in the chat for me. See if I can see the chat, because I can't really see it right now. Let me see. Hey, Auntie Vaughn, is anybody dropping any numbers? Drop a 4 in the chat if you know something about Dogecoin. What you see, Auntie Vaughn? Go ahead and unmute yourself.
I see some 4s.
All right, cool. So some of my people know about. Hold on, let me remove that pin. Boom. All right, so some of my people understand what Dogecoin is already. But if you don't know what Dogecoin is, right, it started off as a joke, right? Somebody made a joke about it on Twitter, right? Somebody who worked for Adobe, they made a joke about it. And, long story short, somebody that works for IBM created the altcoin Dogecoin, and it took off, right? It took off. But here's the thing. Every time a celebrity makes a joke about it, or Elon Musk says something about it, it has these huge spikes. Like, for example, right here, you see this huge candle that's going up to 7, that's going up to about 7 cents over here, right? Huge candle. Took it from 5 cents all the way up to 7 cents. The only thing that made it do that was one tweet from Elon Musk. That's wild, right? This is why you want to be investing, because how many of these can you really afford at 7 cents? I know I can afford a lot. I feel like I'm Dogecoin rich, boy. I'm Dogecoin rich, baby. You feel me? But see, the thing that makes this dangerous is when they start making it applicable, when you can start to purchase things in Dogecoin, right? Now, so far, Mark Cuban has been a little help in that. You know, you can purchase Dallas Maverick tickets with Dogecoin. You can purchase little add-ons in certain video games in Dogecoin, right? Very small, minute things. But you don't want to wait until that big announcement for you to be in this. It'll be just too risky for you. Because to put it in perspective, $500 could really buy you almost 8,000 of these guys. A little over 8,000 of these guys. This thing goes to $1 or even 50 cents, and you done 10, 20x your investment. That's ridiculous. If you own 8,000 Dogecoin and it goes up to 50 cents, you're looking at $4,000. Look, hey, don't kill the messenger, you feel me? I'm just telling you guys about these different altcoins because I feel like it's time for us to take control, like I was telling you before. It's time for us to take control. So you got to know what you're looking at, man. And you can make this complicated or you can make it easy, but I prefer to make it easy. We're looking at a little chart and we got some little numbers over here. And the little number over here that it's at right now says 0.05. That means it's 5 cents, roughly. Easy. Okay. You can purchase this coin on Kraken.com. And like I said, I'm going to show you guys an in-depth tutorial next Friday. Okay. I just want to get you guys, get you guys' minds going. And I want to give you guys some, some altcoins that you can write down and search up, do your research, right? And if you're fast at it, you'll already have your Kraken up by next Friday. You'll be ready to go. Okay. But a couple other coins I want to bring attention to is VeChain. Really like that, right? Chainlink, Synthetics, right? SYN. That's Synthetics. Okay. Compound. What else I got? Let me see. I have to close down Instagram real quick. I got some Ethereum and I got some Aave. That's AAVE. And I also have some Polkadot. Right? These are all coins that I want you guys to write down on a piece of paper, and I want you guys to do some research. I'm not doing these calls to be your source for the info. I'm doing these calls to educate you that the information is not hard to find. Okay? I just want to put it out there that it's very easy to understand. You guys just got to want to understand it. In order for me to have wanted to understand it, somebody who looked like me, somebody who sounded like me, somebody who's been through some of the same things that I've been through had to tell me about it. Shout out to my boy Zakar. Right? Shout out to my mentor Zakar. Okay? So I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up, guys. If you got some value from this call, go ahead and drop a 4 in the chat, man. Go ahead and drop a 4 in the chat. Somebody said, should I stop using Coinbase? Nah, I wouldn't stop using Coinbase if that's what you're familiar with. But as we go along, you're gonna understand that some coins can't be bought on Coinbase and some coins can't be bought on Kraken. Right? It just depends on what you're looking to invest in. Okay. I would have a little bit of everything. I'm gonna go over some more brokers too. I'm not just team Kraken. That's just what I got right now. I want to grow with you guys. Please do not look at me as somebody that's up here and you're down here. That's not what it is, right? I just did the research. That's the only thing separating me and you is that I did the research. That's it. Okay? Now, we're going to continue doing the research and we're going to come to this space and we're going to share my opinions on Coinbase. I like Coinbase. I trust Coinbase. Okay? I'm rocking with Coinbase. Okay? We're going to keep meeting up here, and typically I'm going to have a guest on the call. It's not just going to be me speaking, but I just wanted to go ahead and set the example that this is what the calls are going to be like. We're going to be talking cryptos. We're going to be talking investment tips. right? Y'all might get on here. We might be talking HFX. Who knows? Because this is a space where I just want y'all to win. So if it's something that's going to make you guys win, we're going to talk about it, right? Go ahead and drop a love in the chat. And if you guys are in the community, in the Trade Smart community, in the Next Level community, in the Wealth Club community, please let them know that you guys really enjoyed this call and that you would like to hear this more often so that I can get some chairman backing. Because if I can get Jason Brown on the call, if I can get Curtis Cobain on the call, right? If I can get the people who have made millions of dollars to come speak to us in our community, then that would be phenomenal. That would be excellent. Okay? I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. And let's go knock this thing out, man. These people been rich for too long. Let's tell them to catch up. All right, family. Love y'all. I'm about to go ahead and end it.